Play the man, not the ball. A sporting analogy that explains why businesses can struggle to raise finance and property developers can find it difficult to secure funding for their next project. What do I mean by play the man, not the ball? It's about taking into account the external factors of the game rather than just concentrating on the ball. Take rugby as an example. I know today is pretty wet and windy. I also know the opposition player has dropped the ball a few times when looking to catch it. That player is feeling under pressure. So you start kicking the ball high and toward that player. You're playing the man and not the ball. For example, the same applies in golf. I know some players don't like being reminded of an upcoming hazard or a bunker, so I may mention that more than a few times. If a wind is blowing, I may compensate by aiming slightly into the wind, or I may play the ball low to avoid the effect of a wind. In both cases, I'm taking into account the external factors rather than just concentrating on the ball itself. And this is one of the main reasons why businesses can find it harder to raise finance and property developers can find it more long-winded to get the development funding they want. But how? Different lenders like different things. They look for certain facts that they want and certain facts that they do not. Most commercial borrowers will present the facts as they are. They'll explain the project, why it works, how it works, and assume that this is enough information to get the lending they were after. They played the man, not the ball. Give the lender the information they want in the way they want it. Don't give everything to a lender that was never going to do the deal, and don't assume because the proposal makes sense the lender will either understand it or want to lend on it. You need to play the man, not the ball. Let me give you a real world example. A developer has built 10 apartments. They were going to sell them and they've now decided to keep them and remortgage onto a buy-to-let loan. We have 10 units on one single freehold title. The rental income is good and the loan to value ratio is very sensible. If a developer takes that proposal to different lenders, they'll all likely say they want to see the deal and take a look. Sounds positive. In reality, most of those lenders won't ever do that deal. It's nothing to do with the client or the proposal. It's just not their cup of tea. It doesn't fit what they want to do or what they really understand. We see lenders have criteria that will only lend on up to 6 or 8 units on one single freehold title. They won't lend on new builds. They won't want separate leasehold created or that the development is over 3 stories and therefore it's got to have a lift. The criteria can be very bespoke, but because lenders go outside of their standard policy now and again, they will likely always want to take a look at your proposal, even though it was 99% certain never going to go anywhere. What we do is we know what lenders want at the very fine detail. We know what the lenders aren't great at telling you, and we know who will do what deal. We help you play the man, not the ball. It means you save a lot of time, effort and money. You aren't pulling your hair out wondering why nobody understands what makes perfect sense to you. Businesses and property lending. Let us play the man, not the ball. Any questions? Or if you have a proposal that nobody seems to understand, give us a bell.